Welcome back. Okay, so now that we have the tractor running beautifully, let's tear it apart and make it pretty. So first thing I'm going to do is take these wheel weights off. I know the wheel weights are kind of nice. I don't think that I need them for cutting grass. And the problem with this tractor is it's very wide and it doesn't fit on my trailer with those wheel weights on. I need to drive it up on planks so that it clears the fenders. So if I get rid of them, they won't be sticking out of the sides anymore, and I'll be able to get this thing onto my trailer. There's one. All right, now that we've got the wheel weights off, I'm going to take off this deck temporarily. So it looks like I just got a chain on either side up here, one bolt on either side at the back, and that should drop free once I get this belt off, which is a belt adjustment here. So I imagine I just loosen that off, take the belt off, and should be ready to drop that thing. Okay, I skipped ahead a little. I took the mower deck outside once I got the chains off. Flipped the tractor around, starting with my tarp. I'm gonna have to go get another tarp to cover some more of the floor area around it. And then I'm gonna build my paint booth around it here. But next I'm gonna take off everything that's easily removable, including the sheet metal. All right, I'm cheating a little bit. I skipped ahead. After I took the cowl off, I actually turned the tractor around and got it positioned a little bit better in the shop here for when I want to build my paint booth. I'm gonna come out 12 feet from that wall, straight in line with the office wall, and then across this run of 14 feet and put plastic up to try and keep the new shop clean, and I'll put the tarps back underneath the tractor as well. So I'm just draining the fluids, draining the gas tank, and yeah, next video transition here, you should see this thing with the radiator off and somewhat stripped down, ready for cleaning to prepare for paint. Okay, I'm working away, taking this thing apart. You can see I've got the exhaust manifold off, the carburetor, the generator, all that jazz, rad, blah. I got back here and I started looking at the wiring, and I'm lucky that I didn't torch this thing. I don't know if you can see the bare wires through the insulation there, but that was in this clamp, and that wire comes straight off the positive terminal, or sorry, the negative terminal, because this is 6 volt positive ground. So right off the negative terminal on the battery cable coming from the battery to the starter. So yeah, and that's right under the gas tank, right close to where I was leaking gas down here. So I'm really lucky that I didn't have another fire. So I think this is going to be getting a new wiring harness as we progress. So yeah, I'll keep on stripping stuff down here. Got a little carried away. So I've got it up off of the front wheels, jack stand under there. I used my cherry picker and just a chain around the center of the tractor, lifted her up, took tires off, slid the drop cloth underneath and put that up. I'm going to do the same on the back. I'll just take my cherry picker and lift off of the back here and remove the wheels and put jack stands underneath the front of it. It's a little sketchy, it'll work for the minute or two that we need it to hold. Working in cramped quarters here in the corner of the shop. All right, I'm just going to pull the cloth underneath. And put this jack stand in place on top. Let's see how that sits. Looks pretty good. Okay, now see if we can get these guys off. Now this has square-headed bolts into these. These aren't original rims for this tractor, but it's got square-headed bolts, and the nuts are on the back side here. Hopefully we can get it easy enough. Yeah, so I'm just using that, more of that screw loose. It seems to work. Looks like about an inch socket. Now hopefully with this nice long extension, I can reach in behind. Do this the easy way. One. Two. Three. And as you can see, the tire's just hanging there loose. Alright, now these tires should be a whole lot lighter than the ones that were on the W6. A whole lot smaller. Alright. Try and collect all of our hardware here. Okay, I'm going to find a container. Okay, I'll repeat for the other side. Okay, now she's naked. We can have a good look at what actually needs to be done on this thing prior to painting. It needs lots of cleaning, lots of wire brushing. This fender isn't exactly the healthiest. It's supposed to look more like that. We'll see. I don't know if I can straighten that out properly or not. May have to take it off. I don't know if how close I'll be able to get that. I might be looking for a good fender this summer at Red Power Roundup, but we'll see. I'm also going to be looking for a pair of brackets and a seat to go on this side, so I can take the wife or children in the parade, or they can take each other. Yeah. And I'll have to get my paint booth built here. All right, next little bit of progress here. I've finished putting up my paint booth. So this should keep all that dust and crap that you see on the floor and on the plastic on the walls out of the rest of my shop. Try and keep it new for a little while yet. And I've started with the teardown on here. So using a wire wheel on a die grinder, as well as a flapper disc on a angle grinder. And I'm not going to record all of the rust removal process. It's long and tedious. I'm going to have to go over basically every inch of this tractor with something to knock the rust off and dirt and grease and everything and get it clean so paint will stick to it. So I'll come back once I've got that done. Okay, I am finished with the wire wheel. I've got painter's tape on everything that I don't want tape on, or holes plugged with paper towel, etc. I think we're ready to put on primer, so I'll get you guys up in the stand. I've got my primer already prepped and ready to go, so let's see what this thing looks like once we turn it red oxide red.
From the back of the shed, dust on the tires, rust on the head. Spider webs hang where the seat ought to be, but I still see red on that old Farmall B. I'm cleaning and painting my Farmall B, wiping off years till it shines for me. Grease on my hands, but my heart feels free. Yeah, I'm cleaning and painting my Farmall B. Oh yeah. Bucket of water and a stiff old brush, flakes hit the floor with a little soft thud, sanding down memories gentle and slow. Every pass closer to the way she used to glow. I'm cleaning and painting my Farmall B, wiping off years till it shines for me. Grease on my hands, but my heart feels free. Yeah, I'm cleaning and painting my Farmall.
I'm not sure at what point the recording cut out, but anyways, we have primer. Took about an hour or so. Found a couple spots underneath here that I'm ashamed to admit I'm going to have to go back and clean and do again because I missed them with the wire brush. You don't notice until you get primer on it, and then it sticks out like a sore thumb. So take care of that and give it another shot. But some progress tonight anyways. All right, it is 2 days later now. So one day after that last clip, I put the second coat of primer on after cleaning up the couple little spots that I had found that I missed. So tonight is going to be the night for the red to start covering this thing. So I'll put on my first coat of red today before I head out to a new tractor club that I'm going to be checking out tonight in Springfield Tractor Club. So, but yeah, let's see if we can get this thing covered with as few runs in it as we can. Okay, we're all mixed up. I just tried that new pot gun out. I'm not real thrilled with the way that it's covering, and I got a run on the one fender here. So I'm going to try the tried and true Harbor Freight gun and see if it's going to spread any better. She's a little hazy in here, but I just finished putting on the second coat. So let the first coat dry for almost 48 hours. I would like to get back to it sooner, but life kind of gets in the way sometimes. You know, this thing called work, etc. So today's Valentine's Day, and I'm out here painting this tractor red. So second coat of paint is done. I'll let this dry, and then we start with all the little finicky pieces. So I think that's probably a good place to wrap up today's video, and I'll be back with the reassembly and touch up of all the little pieces that are coming on here, and then we'll move on to the sheet metal eventually. But first I want to get this part mobile again so I can make myself a little work area inside of my paint booth. So thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if this is the kind of thing that you like to watch, and I'll see you in the next one.